Hi there, Steve Obridge here again. Today I'm going to teach you just some simple things about simple budgeting and how to start getting out of debt. Now, you know, one of the things that's really tough about being in debt is that it's emotionally draining sometimes. And again, you know, you may be able to relate to this. You know, maybe you're one of these people that the brown envelopes come into your house and you just think, oh, I can't open these, you know, and you put them in a pile, and eventually, you know, this pile of envelopes, you know, just gets bigger and bigger and bigger until pretty soon you've got an envelope pile kind of like this, and now you're just really scared to even open those bills. And you know, it's crazy, but the whole debt industry is based on fear of you, getting you to fear if you don't pay what the consequences are. And so what happens is you see all this pile of envelopes and you think, oh man, I just don't want to open it. I can't face that right now. But there's a simple exercise you can do that can really help you here. So first of all, the first thing you have to do is this, is you've got to get every single one of those envelopes, every single bill, every single statement, just get everything, put it in one big pile. And it's going to be scary and it might be big, and you know, but this is the first step. So just don't be scared, okay? Because this is going to help you. So the next thing you've got to do is you open all the envelopes, all right? Now the envelopes are just paper. Remember, every sheet of paper makes that pile taller. So what you do is you take all the envelopes and you throw them all away. Now your pile just went down and now it's maybe only this high, right? So now you're thinking, okay, that's a bit better. It looks better. You feel better about it. Now, most of your bills and your creditors, you don't really need every single one of them. You might have 10 months, 12 months, 25 months statements there. Typically, you're gonna need the last one, maybe the last two, but typically the last one. So what you do is you get rid of those until basically you're left with really just a very, very small pile of bills and statements. Then what you do is you put them all out, and then now you've got maybe 8 pieces of paper you've got to deal with. And now you can start dealing with them, and you start, you know, get with somebody, do a strategy. Again, one of the things we do with our clients is, you know, we help them, you know, deal with stuff like this. But you know, hey, if you don't know us or whatever, you know, get somebody to help you. But the thing is, psychologically, this is so much easier when the pile is smaller. And remember, most of the pile is just made up of paper. Okay, that's a little tip for you. All right, so next thing then is there's a few kind of strategies you can employ to help you budget better and so on. So there's one strategy which we call the 10, 10, 10, 70 strategy. And now we're a company that believes in giving. We think giving is a good thing. So we believe that of your income, let's say 100%, 10%, you're going to give it, okay? So don't give it to me unless you really want to, but just give. So give to what's important to you. Give to you know, family, to your church, your synagogue, your, you know, charities, dogs home, cats home, whatever's important to you, you give. 10% is for giving. 10% you use to save. So you save, okay? That is your savings, all right? And again, in the next video, I'm going to show you what you save for. It'll really be interesting for you. Next thing there is invest. So 10% you invest. You put that money somewhere where it's going to get you a really good rate of return. And again, we're going to cover that later on, so that it starts working for you, okay? And then finally, you live on the remaining 70%. It's a very simple concept. Now I know already some of you are watching this and you're thinking, Steve, that sounds great, but honestly, that isn't going to work for me. I just can't even live on you know, what I'm earning right now. In fact, I'm living on like 110% of what I earn. Well, if that's the case, you need to change something. The first thing you need to do is change your mindset. And what I mean by that is, instead of focusing on what you can't do, you need to focus on what you can do. So maybe you do 1, 1, 1, 97 or another combination. But the key thing is to getting into the thing called a habit, okay? Get into the habit. And it takes a little bit of discipline. And again, with our clients, we kind of teach them how to do this. But it's, you know, it's a very simple concept. All right. Now, if you can't, you might say, well, I just can't do this. This is too tough for me. I mean, even 11197 will be hard. So if you can't do it, you have to change something. And that means you either need to okay, reduce your outgoings, right? Or you need to increase your income, or ideally you need to do both of these things. So how do you let's say reduce your outgoings? Well, let me ask you this. Do you buy lunches every day? Maybe you go to work and you stop off and get a sandwich or a bottle of Coke or a water, whatever it might be. You know, I ask this question a lot, and most people say, oh, I spend like £5, £6, £7 a day on lunch. So think about it, let's say it's £5. £5 a day, okay? So you got £5 a day times 5 days a week, okay? That's 25 times 4 weeks a month. Now that's £100 per month that you're spending on drinks and snacks. And there's a couple of you, your husband and wife maybe, times 2, that's £200 per month you're spending on drinks and snacks. See, discipline, you know, I'll write this word down, discipline is when you wake up 15 minutes earlier to prepare lunch at a fraction of the cost. So reduce your outgoings. Where can you spend less money? How much are you spending Costa Coffee or Starbucks? I mean, £2 or £3 a cup. You know, what about when's the last time you compared your energy prices? Went to one of the energy comparison sites to save money on your gas and electric. So you've got to look at ways of doing that. You know, have you got Sky Movies and you never watch movies, etc. So then the other thing is about increasing income, all right? So how can you do that? I mean, again, there's loads of ways. Maybe you can sell some stuff on eBay. Look, we've all got junk lying around our house, or even unwanted gifts or whatever, and we just don't do anything because we're lazy, right? So what we do, take a picture with your phone, stick them on eBay, really, really easy. Maybe you can, you know, rent out a spare room in your house. Maybe you don't have to do it forever, but how badly do you want to be out of debt? How badly do you want to change your financial life? Maybe you start, you get involved in a low-cost, low-risk business with real high rewards, like our business, like Genistar. But maybe that's not for you. But maybe you just have to go get a second job, trade some more time for money. Whatever it is you need to do, you know, whether with us or someone else, you need to do the right things to change your financial landscape. Okay. One of the things we do with our clients is something called trimming the fat in the budget. You know, it's how do we identify where they can free up money? So it's really, really powerful. But listen, I hope that was useful. If you've got a big pile of envelopes, don't delay. Don't just sit there and keep adding to the pile. Go and dig out all your envelopes this weekend and start doing the exercise I shared with you and really start to make a dent. I promise you, you'll feel so much better when your pile gets down to there. Have an awesome week. Take care. Bye-bye.